guys, so we're starting this vlog out on Sunday. See this right here? It's a little fish tank. We've had some drama in the little ecosystem that is our fish tank, and wow, lots of traffic. Let's go this way. So I'm leaving Walmart right now because Mr. Betta, the Betta that we have, is a little bully. And last night and yesterday he seemed to be okay with the fish and everything. And today he has just been terrorizing old Yeller. And which is, it's kind of funny because he's really called a green Danio, but he looks yellow as can be to me. I mean, he doesn't look green at all. And then like when you go to the pet store and you look at them, they also do not look green, they look yellow, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, he's been being a big old bully, and Yeller's the OG of the tank. I mean, he's been there for a long time. We don't want anything to happen to him. I mean, I think he's already outlived his lifespan, and he's still really healthy and was holding his own trying to get away from the Betta, but you can tell that it's stressing him out. So what I did, we always have that pre-conditioned fish tank water on hand. So I put some of that in a glass container and got the Betta and put him in that glass container for a timeout. And he's going to have a permanent timeout because he's going to get his own little habitat. Because even though, some people might think, oh, it's just a fish, flush him or whatever. We adopted him, and he deserves a fair chance, and that's just what Bettas do sometimes. They can be aggressive. Now, the guy at the pet store didn't seem to think that the Betta would have a problem with the Danio, but he does. We also this morning thought the shrimp was gone because we couldn't find him for a couple of hours, and then all of a sudden here he is. I think he had dug himself down in the rocks, and he's looking at us, and then he's like eating and stuff. So our Betta has become more expensive than I thought. The tank I got was only $20, so it's not expensive. And you know how it seems like it's widely accepted to just put them in a little bitty tank, and that just doesn't seem very nice to me. And he seemed so happy being able to swim up and down and all around, and not just in a little bitty tiny tank. And I think he deserves a filter. So I got him, it's only 1.5 gallons, so it's not a huge tank, but it's big enough for one little betta fish, because he is going to have to be my battery. I got the low battery indicator. He's going to have to be a single bachelor in his own little bachelor pad, so I'm going to make him a nice little bachelor pad. Now, my thing is, where do I put him? I don't have any more kitchen counter space for another fish tank, so I'm thinking I'm going to put him in the living room. But now I just got to figure out where, and then just like put the tank on a placemat or something, because years ago we had a little tank and it sprung a leak, and we didn't know for a while, and it ruined the tops of the side tables in the living room. Now Brian fixed it. Since he's a wood guy, he knows how to fix all that stuff. So, but anyway, we had a little bit of a soap opera in the fish tank, but everybody's still alive. But I don't think it would have stayed that way if we'd have left the Betta in there, or Betta in there. I think he would have took out Yeller, and I don't want that. So another tank to set up. Okay, he's all set up. His nice tank here. Got him some plants for his enrichment. Just gave him some food. The filters just started working. hopefully he'll do well. I think Django's probably going to like having him right next to the sofa too. He can sit on the arm of the sofa and watch him. He's a really pretty boy. It is still Sunday, and another thing I'm doing for today is laundry, so time to fold. Hey guys, so it's still Sunday, and I wanted to show you I finally finished this scarf I was working on. I just had a small amount of yarn left to finally be done, and I finally finished it. And this is the one that was made out of that Ice Cream Deluxe yarn, and this is the Cape May. It's one of them that I got on clearance quite a while ago. Honestly, right now I can't even remember from where, but I also started another scarf, so I'll show you that one that I started today. So I started this one, got that much done, and this was, I have 2 skeins of this Bernat Pipsqueak, and the colorway is Pink Swirl, and so this will just take 2 skeins. I'll show you how much I still have left of the first one, about that much, because this yarn kind of stretches out really good when it's going, so you only need 2 to make a good size, a good like length scarf. And then after this, then I'm going to get into all that yarn that I got on clearance at Michael's last week. And then the other thing I'm doing today is I'm cleaning the humidifiers, because we're coming into spring and there will still be a few cold days where the heater will be running, but wanted to go ahead and get the humidifier tanks soaked in vinegar water and, you know, clean up if any scale has built up, that kind of stuff. Get those put up. We have a space heater, like a radiant space heater, I'm gonna get put up. I just finished the laundry, and then, like you saw already, I had to do a unexpected trip to Walmart to get that fish tank, and everybody's still doing okay. And then I was trying to think, I don't think I'm gonna, it's like 3:35 right now in the afternoon, and I might take like a relaxing bath later. And I still haven't started reading my book. I want to do that. I wish I could knit and read at the same time. I mean, if I had it like a book on tape or something, I could, but I don't. Usually summertime, and that's when I really get into reading more, but I don't know. You know how your hobbies ebb and flow. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of game playing, but not today. Well, I very briefly played Animal Crossing today, just for about half an hour. But I think I'm gonna not play Friday the 13th today, and I actually didn't play it yesterday either, but try to get some, a little bit more knitting done, maybe get some reading done. My thing with reading too is sometimes the house has just got a little bit too much activity going. Mainly Brian. This is his time of year where he's working on taxes. I've told you guys that before. That's one of the jobs he does. And so he's talking a lot, and he's having to, like, he like talks to himself and stuff. So, and then like today he's also got the basketball tournament on, and I need a little bit quieter. So a lot of times I'll read outside, but the weather hasn't been quite warm enough for that yet. Today, honestly, feels pretty good, except it's really windy. So it's 65, but the wind is really going. But it's just been, that's what's been going on my Sunday. So I'm having one of these iced lattes that I got from Dollar Tree. I've tried the vanilla and it was really good, and this is the mocha. I shook it up, so then when I opened it, I mean, it's not carbonated or anything, but it just got bubbly. But I really liked the vanilla, and I'm assuming I'm gonna also like the mocha. And my little Dollar Tree mug that I got, the glass mug, is like the perfect size. It's got my crushed ice and my glass straw. I mean, they're not low calorie, but it's pretty good for a weekend treat. I almost said trip. A weekend treat. So I'm sitting here and I just realized earlier when I was talking about reading, I said books on tape. That's showing my age. I meant to say audiobooks. Good grief, books on tape. I remember renting those from the library and listening to them, and it'd be like a whole set of them, and listening to them on my commute to work and home, and sitting in the garage like waiting because I would want to keep going. But yeah, that's actually a really happy memory. Well, this is our fruit and vegetable holder, and we've got 3D Doritos and barbecue potato chips in it. Kind of something wrong with that picture, isn't there? Look what we found. I've never seen king size English muffins before, but I thought these were pretty cool. They're pretty good size. You can tell from my hand. They're about 50 calories more than the small one. But I'm looking forward to trying them with some Kerrygold butter and some honey. Hey guys, so today is Wednesday. It's been a really busy work week so far and stressful because I told you guys I'm doing my job and then somebody else's until April 30th, and that's going to take so long to get here. So today I was like, I'm not going to let this stress me out. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm going to do what I can do. My boss is very supportive. I mean, you know, so why am I letting myself get stressed out? I mean, that's easier said than done, but that's my plan, is to try not to get so stressed out. So we'll see. So today being Wednesday, it's not like a gym day. Sometimes I go on Wednesdays, sometimes I don't. I've been going by myself the last few weeks because Brian and I have to go on different schedules since it's tax season and he's doing his regular fence selling job and also taxes. I mean, he's working 7 days a week, and so he can just only fit the gym in when he can. And where was I even going with that? I will be so glad when he's done with taxes. I mean, it's like he likes doing them, but then he's glad when they're done too. So, and he'll be, even though they've like extended the tax deadline, he's only going to be doing them until like the first week of April. So, and then his accountant friend that he helps has somebody else that helps him too. So anyway, I still don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, today's not a gym day, so I thought, let me put makeup on. I'm not going anywhere, and not just eye makeup, you know, just do the whole thing. So that's what I did this morning. And then I was playing around with eyeshadow, so I put on some blue to kind of match my, this is blue. This is from Terror Threads, if you've ever heard of them. They have some really cool t-shirts. And I've got, I think, 3 or 4 that I've gotten from them. But this is actually the first time I've worn this one. I loved the colors of this. So, anyway. So now I'm just actually waiting for a meeting to start, and then I'm going to be doing this stuff that's keeping me busy at work and stressing me out. But I just wanted to check in because I've done like clips on Monday and Tuesday, but I didn't really like say hi or anything, I don't think. I don't remember. The day, like today, I thought it was Thursday and it's only Wednesday. What a disappointment. But, because I'm just ready. I'm ready for us to have our wave runner and to be able to look forward to times of just being out on the lake, you know. It's still not ready. It's still not been delivered to the dealer yet, so hopefully it'll be there by the time we're scheduled to go down to the Lake of the Ozarks to pick it up, because we have reserved a condo for April 15th because they said that it should be in by the end of this month. Brian's going to call him again today. So, I mean, and it's not the dealer's fault. They're waiting for the manufacturer to get the stuff there. So, anyway, yeah, that's what's been my week so far. Just, you know, kind of like your normal every other week. Work, gym, shower, dinner. You know, it's just my boring life. But hopefully with warmer weather coming up, be getting outside more. This week also has been dreary and chilly and rainy, so the weather's like not sunny and anything. So at least no severe weather though. And that was the other thing I put on. I know not all of you look at the community tab on YouTube, but if you go to my channel, there should be like at the top, it'll say like videos, playlists, channels. I mean, there's like different things you can pick from. And one of the things says community, and that's where I can just post pictures or polls or just little things to tell you guys. And I've gotten so many sweet, wonderful comments about my freak out last week over the tornado warning. You guys are so awesome. You just make me feel so good. And so I put a thank you on that. But so yeah. Anyway, I got to get my butt back to work. Off work. Now I'm going to work on this scarf. Okay, I finished this scarf and I think Django likes it. This is the one that's with the Bernat Pipsqueak yarn in the color. What is the color? Hold on a second. I got to take my glasses off. The color Pink Swirl. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. And then I think the next one I'm going to start is with one of those Karen cakes that I got on clearance at Michael's. I'm going to do this one. And what is this one's colorway? Mocha Rainbow. Janko, what are you thinking? Kitty, kitty. My new favorite butter. And that noise you hear is, Janko, are you playing? Yeah, this is that butter I was talking about earlier. So good. English muffin with butter and honey. You like the scarves I made, buddy? Are they all soft and cushy for you to sleep on? You're so silly. Well, this is how much of this scarf I got done today, this evening really. I just was knitting and watching YouTube videos. Now it's about 8:45 and I'm going to go ahead and go in the bedroom and watch some stuff I have on the DVR till I fall asleep. Today is Thursday. It's about 2:30 and I've just been doing this all day long. Okay, I finished this scarf that I started yesterday, and it's Stretch the whole thing. So that's how long one turns out. But anyway, it is now, I mean, it's after work and everything, and I decided I wasn't going to go to the gym today, even though it's a gym day, because I need to get all these out in the shed, because I just really don't feel like getting out in the rain. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it today. But anyway, the next one I'm going to start is one of these swirl cakes that I got on clearance at Michael's. I've never used this yarn before, and this one is Smoky Plums. So that's going to be the one I'm going to start next. Hey guys, you're going to think I'm crazy. I just made, whoops, the fastest trip I've ever made to Target before. And whoa, you excited to get to Target, truck? It's like you didn't even, it's so funny. I see other people going in there too and coming out with like a little bag like mine, a little pickup bag. Okay, it is right now 9:47 in the morning on Friday. Yes, I'm supposed to be at work. And yes, I was at work, and I just took a brief break to drive down to Target to do this pickup, because you guys know how much I love playing Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch. And I've loved Animal Crossing ever since it came out on the GameCube years and years and years ago. Well, they came out with these new Sanrio amiibo cards. And these are a hot commodity. And what it is these extra little characters that you can get on your game with these cards. So they're very limited edition right now, and that's not the reason I got them. I got them because I want the characters and the furniture and stuff. So the way Animal Crossing works is you can scan these cards into the game, and it will give you these extra little characters that you can invite to your Animal Crossing island. It's also got like a bunch of furniture and extra stuff. And that's what I'm most wanting, is the furniture and stuff. Well, they did like a limited release, only available at Target, only available for pickup or drive up. And so they became available this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. I only want one pack. I mean, I know people will, and I only got just the one pack. They have a limit of 2, but people probably, I mean, if they have like several different Targets by them, they could probably order 2 at different stores and get more, and then people go on eBay and sell them for higher and all that. I don't want to do any of that. I just want one pack. So that's what I got, was the one pack. But it was an ordeal this morning. I was like on Target's website right at 8 in the morning, and it looked like it is really foggy out. It looked like it was just immediately sold out. Well, then there's this YouTuber called Switchforce, and he was doing a live stream of him trying to buy these cards, and people kept telling him, just keep trying. Just keep saying check out, check out, check out, and even though it'll tell you it's unavailable, just keep trying. So that's what I did. I listened to their advice, and I'm glad I did, because at first I thought, oh well, I'm just not going to be able to get them. And I'm not going to lie, I was really disappointed. But I did what they said, and for me it was like, I'm not going to believe I have them until I have them in my hand. So the order successfully finally went through. It took me 20 minutes of, keep on trying. And then I got the email saying that it was ready for pickup, and I immediately came down here to pick them up. And now I'm going to go back to work. So I do get a lunch and 2 breaks that I hardly ever take, so I'm not feeling guilty about it. I'm not missing any meetings or anything, but I got my cards. So I'm happy about that. And then later, after I get off work, I don't think I know I didn't tell you guys yet, but earlier in the week, you know how, well, I think it was, yeah, I know I told you about the betta situation, how he was really aggressive, and even though the guy at the pet store said that he should be okay with a Danio, he wasn't. And he also, the little catfish, I didn't realize he was bullying him as bad as he did, but he bullied him so bad he's missing one of the side fins, so he can't even swim all the way right. But anyway, the beta ended up, I don't know, were they a beta or a beta? I get confused. Those of you who may remember Betamax, you know, back when VHS and beta videotapes. But anyway, we got the betta his own tank and all that. Long story short, he got sick and he died. So, and that was early in the week. So I completely cleared the tank out, put all fresh water in. I did more research on bettas. I put a different kind of gravel in there that they like better. I did, and then and we use preconditioned water. I don't use tap water, but I still added, after doing the research, some extra betta conditioner and beneficial bacteria, and I've just been letting the tank sit, so that I'm planning on going and getting a different betta, because I really enjoyed having one, and so did Django. Django really he still keeps going and looking at the tank. But so I think I have it all ready. It's I have a little mini heater in there, so the water's heated to what a betta likes. The condition of the water, the gravel, the kinds of plants, everything in there is what my research says is the best. And I think I told you guys before, we don't do, you know, the little tiny tank, you know, give him more chance. So that's my plan for when I get off work, is to go get a new one. So I feel bad for the one guy, but I think what happened, from when I was reading about it, he just got stressed, you know. I took him from the pet store, brought him in with these other fish. He seemed happy, but then he was aggressive, so he got put to a different tank. I don't think the tank sat long enough. And it just stressed him out. So then his fins didn't want to spread out and stuff. So, I mean, I know people are like, oh, it's just a fish, but, you know, I still feel a responsibility, you know. But anyway, now I'm back home with my Sanrio cards, and now I got to get back to work. And this job, but we're not going to talk about it. Okay, this scarf was going to be in the donation pile, but I have decided to gift it to Django. This scarf is going to become a Django blanket because he loves this thing so much. Django, that can be yours, buddy. Hey guys, the work week is finally over. Next week is probably going to be much worse, but I'm not going to focus on that at all, because I have the rest of Friday, and then I have Saturday and Sunday that I don't need to worry about work at all. So I'm going to try to erase it from my mind, scrub it with the magic eraser, make it just stop for the weekend. So the sun popped out, and after an entire week of rain, to see the sun is really awesome. And so now I'm on my way to Dollar Tree. I don't have like my hopes up, but I want to look at their florals and their craft area for like wreath stuff. I have the wreath forms that you can use like ribbon on, but I'd like to get the kind that are like straw and they're like wrapped in plastic. But we'll see what they have, because I would like to make like a spring/summer wreath with flowers. So I'm just gonna see what they have. The Dollar Tree that's close to my house doesn't usually have very many good things. So I'm not too optimistic, but you never know. Maybe I will luck out. And then I'm not sure which pet store I want to go to. I have two of them pretty close that I can get a beta, I think it's beta from. Man, there's a lot of traffic out today. Probably because it's Friday. The sun popped out. Oh, there it is. I was like, where's my mask? I'm saying that as I'm actually looking at a package of disposable ones, and then like a little cotton one, and then the one I was actually looking for, and a disposable one that's out of the package. And then under my seat, I have like a baggie with several more masks. They're like the ones that back when all this first started and it was so hard to find a mask, I just kind of bought whatever I could get, you know, so I could have a mask. And they're not the best. I don't feel like they're the thickest and stuff. So, but I have them like as emergency backups. So anyway, hopefully I'll find something at Dollar Tree, and if I do, I will definitely show it to you. Okay guys, so I'm thinking maybe Fridays are a good day to go to the Dollar Tree because they were pretty well stocked. I mean, they even had, I'll see people make things or whatever out of like the different like soap dishes and soap dispensers and stuff, the ceramic ones, and they had a ton of those. The aisle like where the toothpaste and the medicine and all that stuff was just like fully stocked. I mean, they had a bunch of stuff. So they even had, you know, the other day when I told you guys I was looking for those bins because I wanted to organize my linen closet, they even had those. So I got 4 of them, which should be enough. So maybe that'll be a weekend project. And then I got the flowers I got these roses. They're kind of a peachy pink color. Got these, and then the pink ones. And then, excuse me, I got 3 of each of those. And where's, let's show this thing that's getting in my way. I got this mat. It says welcome, but I really don't care. It's just one of those really thin little mats. And the reason I got it is because Django is so messy when he's eating his soft food. It goes all over. And so I got that. I'm going to cut it up into smaller pieces so I can put it under his bowl when he eats, so I can just clean. It's like he just makes a mess. He's a messy cat. But this is the wreath. I got this, and so I'm gonna get like one of Brian's tools that's like a pick and poke little holes, and then you know how these come off, and then like put them all around all over the wreath, like alternating the colors, and see how that looks. I wish they would have had one a little bit bigger than this, but I'm thinking, I mean, I think it'll look okay. We'll see. Definitely cheaper than buying a wreath. And I got some jute. One thing they had there that I've never seen before is they had wired jute too. So like if you used it for a craft or whatever. And then I got a couple of little cookbooks. This one's pasta. Had all different pasta dishes in it. And then soups, stews, and bowls. Both of them had several recipes that sounded good, and I thought for $1. That was another thing. Their books were stocked up really, really good. I'm just putting this stuff back in the bag. The books were stocked up really super good. Not really. They don't usually have a lot of books that I like, but the kids' books, if my kids were little, man, they had so many good little kids. You know, I didn't even think about getting them and donating them. But I don't know, some places are kind of funny about donating books. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, I'm sorry. But like, they had a lot of little kid books, and if mine were little, that would have been something I would have been happy about. I don't know why I can't think. So, part of me is thinking about going back into Target just to look around, just for the heck of it, just for something to do, because Brian's got a lot of appointments and stuff, and he's not going to be home for a long time. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll just go in there just to look around, because earlier all I did was go in and get my pickup order, and that was it. And you guys know I really like Target. I like looking around in there. That store makes me happy, and I need some happy. Yeah, one of the bids, Brian, or actually it's not a bid, it's a fence signing. The guy's actually going to buy the fence. Brian is so sad. I mean, he's been sad about this guy ever since he met him, because he's dying of cancer, and he's trying to do everything that he can to help his wife before he goes. And I've never even met him, but Brian and I both were just in tears thinking about it, you know? And so he's getting this wood fence installed, and, you know, doing a bunch of stuff to the house and everything, and it's just heartbreaking. You know, you just never know what people are going through. And so it's just always helpful to be kind. That's the one thing about masks. Well, not the one, but the thing about masks is I always try to extra smile so you can see it in my eyes when I see people, because I just want them to know I'm smiling at them. But yeah, now I'm at Target because Dollar Tree's just like, they're not in the same parking lot, but they're in the same, I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, I'm gonna go just putz around in Target. The label is upside down, but that is what I bought at Target, was a new patio umbrella. So those of you who've been with me for a while know that I like to sit out on our back patio when the weather's nice and read. And last year, our patio umbrella, we have like one of those offset umbrellas, and they're kind of hard to find now, but it broke. There's like when you go to crank it up, the cable that pulls the umbrella up broke, and Brian doesn't think he can fix it. So I just went ahead and picked up a new umbrella. We'll take that other one down, and then maybe with it being down, he can look at it and see if it's something he thinks he can fix. But last year I didn't really sit out there as much because of this. I didn't want to be out in the sunlight, and I had like a, you know, one that like clips on to my chair, but then I still had to like duck down because it wasn't tall enough. And then by the time I was like, dang it, I'm just gonna buy a new umbrella, they were all sold out everywhere. So, and this one, the 10 feet, they only had 2 of the 10-foot ones left, so I went ahead and picked it up. All the others were 9 feet, and then they had like that Opal House brand, and they were 7.5 feet. It cost just as much as the 10-foot, I think, because it's Opal House. So now, and I looked all around the store like I always do. I just walk, you know, to get the steps. They had a Animal Crossing backpack over like in the, like where you buy backpacks and luggage and stuff. And it had like a whole bunch of characters on it, but it didn't have Rosie, who is my favorite Animal Crossing little villager. Plus I wouldn't have bought it even if it did have Rosie, because I have a backpack already, but not Animal Crossing. But anyway, now I'm actually headed over to the pet store, and then I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this actually isn't the pet store I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to the other one. So I'm gonna go across the street and turn around. I'm so silly. Ooh, you can tell I'm in the sun. So, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I got a red one. This one is a veil tail. But I'll show him to you when we get him home, and he's looking around in his new habitat. I'm getting him sit down here so he's nice and safe. Here, buddy. You get a much bigger habitat than that. So, when I was in the pet store, I like going over, this has never happened to me before, and I didn't record it because it freaked me out. And I didn't want to like freak somebody else out. Tarantula, just think of tarantula. But I like to go over and look at like the lizards and the turtles and all that kind of stuff. And they also have like tarantulas over there, and I don't mind looking at those. I mean, my uncle had one years ago, Mexican red knee or red leg, and she was pretty cool. He had named her after my mom and my aunt. So my mom's name is Cindy, and my aunt's name was Donna, and so her name was Cindana. So, but I have never seen one. I went to walk over. It was on the glass, like had crawled up on the glass, you know, like a spider. I guess I just never really realized that they would do that because I never saw his do that. I didn't see it, but I knew that it was capable because he had like a portable thing you could transport it in, and it had a light in it for warmth. And I one day took her to school for like a show and tell kind of thing in science class, and it was kind of chilly outside, and I got to school and it looked like she wasn't in the container, and it freaked me out, and I went to lift the lid up. She was right there on the lid because that's where the light was, and so it was warm there, but it had been unplugged, you know, from the transport from home to school, but that freaked me out. So I know that they can like get on things, but I'm just so used to going over to look at those things, and they're like on the ground. And that was the first time I've seen one up on the glass, and so you could see her fangs and everything. I need a drink. My throat is really dry. So it just freaked me out. I took a snapshot of it and sent it to Brian and told him, I said, I just got startled. They had these little Pac-Man frogs, and I think they're so adorable. And so I went over there to look at those, and then that's whenever I saw that. Ugh. And then I stood there for looking at the bettas for a long time. Those things range anywhere in price from $3.99, which is actually what this one was, to $25, $24.99. They have so many different varieties of them. There were quite a bit less this time than there was when Brian and I went and bought the first one. And I had just kind of decided I wanted a red one, but there was one that was really, he was beautiful. He was like orange. He made me think of Halloween. He was orange, and then his fins were all black. But he was one of the $25 ones, and I don't want to spend $25 on a fish. And then I forgot that fish I don't know why I forgot, that fish we had, the other betta, I could have brought him back and got my money back or exchanged. But it just, you know how your mind sometimes just, you don't think. And I just didn't think, and because I could have brought him back. But hopefully I won't have to worry about this guy. Hopefully everything is good. let the tank sit. Even though I used supposedly ready water, I went ahead and conditioned it with the betta stuff, because that also will add a slime coat and does some other things that are beneficial for bettas, and then I did a beneficial bacteria in the tank too. So hopefully we'll have a happy fish and we'll have a happy Django. Django's only thing is I have to get onto him sometimes, because normally he just sits on the arm of the sofa and he'll watch the fish, but sometimes he like gets up on top of the tank with his paws, and I don't want him doing that, so we have to get onto him for that. So anyway, I'll show you what he looks like when he's in his tank. So there's a better picture of him. I hope he does well. Right now I don't think he knows what to think. He's like, this is new. I think he's really pretty. I hope you do okay, buddy. And then this one's already here. You be nice. You be nice. Well, it is Saturday morning, and he's a happy little fella. And I turned the light on this morning and fed him, and he ate. He was all happy. He's been swimming all around. He knows he's on camera, so now he's being shy. But so far, so good. He's so happy to be out of that cup. Hey guys, so it is Saturday morning and I am on my way to Walmart. And while I'm sitting here at this light, I figured I would go ahead and say hello for Saturday. There's some really cute pajamas. Or actually nightgowns. I like this little kitty one. I like the pandas too. These are just really cute. Guys, I love these. Look at the pants. These are adorable. I just love these so much. If they have my size, I'm gonna get these. They do. I'm getting these. I just love them too much. Hey guys, I need to redo my nails. They're looking really janky. So I just got done in Walmart. I actually wore makeup today and it didn't really come off too bad on my mask. I've got for lipstick this CoverGirl Outlast. I've worn it for years, but it's this lipstick that is like you put it on and then you wait for it to dry. It's like a liquid lipstick, and then there's a balm that you put on top. And it works really good, and I forgot. And so today I was like, I'm gonna try that out with a mask. None of it came off on my mask at all. So, you guys may remember when I went to the Walmart where the mask mandate was still going and there was a ton of people in the store not wearing a mask, so I left. That's this Walmart. Decided to try this Walmart out again, and there's I did see people without masks, but I'll be honest, now that I've been vaccinated, it doesn't worry me as much. I do still wear my mask, and I did the entire time I was in this store. the other part of this store, this is a couple of towns over from me. The other thing about this store I don't care for too much is these people are rude. I mean, not every single person. And honestly, the older people that I ran into, well, not literally run into, you know what I mean. The elderly people, they were all really super nice. It's a little bit younger, like probably 40s and below. They're just so damn rude, including the workers. And it's just, I don't know. It makes it hard to be friendly, but I still am friendly. But like, there was this worker in there, actually 2 instances where they knew somebody, and these weren't young teenagers. These were women that probably, I mean, they're older. I would guess 30s, 40s, something like that. They just block a whole friggin' aisle, just talking to people they know, you know, and they're just all standing there. And I had to, you know, be like, excuse me, because I was trying to go down the aisle that had the like bagged popcorn, because I wanted to get some white cheddar popcorn, which I didn't end up getting because they didn't have it. But there was that place, an area, and then there was another area, I don't remember. Oh, it was over by, oops, not this aisle, not this lane. You know how they come out with like their summer dishes and stuff, and I always like to look at them. I don't usually buy any of them, but I still like to look at them. And so I wanted to look at that stuff, and it was like another set of people just standing all in front of that stuff. And I figured, oh, I'll just go back by that. But then by the time I dealt with some other rude people in the store that were just customers, it was just like, I'm just not, this isn't, I need to just get my groceries and get out of here. I came to this one because normally they have like a bigger craft section and stuff, and I thought that I would look to see if they had like any bigger wreath forms or anything. And I was surprised because they're totally remodeling this store. It's like everything was all kind of messed up. There was like a big old section where the craft section used to be that's just floor, and you could see where the shelves used to be and stuff. And then they had this other really open section, and they had like some fabric there, but only just a little bit, like in this big giant wire basket thing. And there was a lady there that was cutting fabric for people, but the rest of the craft section where they used to have like the paint and all that, that was all broken down, and the shelving was just laying there. And they did still have a little bit of florals like on an end cap, but all their crafts were gone. And I'm hoping it's just because they're gonna, well, I don't know if I'm coming back to this store. The reason I like this one is it's right next to the bigger Dollar Tree, and I do like that Dollar Tree. I didn't go today. It's just been, I try not to be negative, because I did have somebody leave a few comments a while back. You know, when I was getting really depressed about COVID and everything, and she was making comments about how I was negative and she was going to stop following me and stuff. So I was thinking, well, if she feels that way, maybe more people do. And so I just stopped I tried not to complain and stuff, but then I'm thinking, I thought that's what my vlog, I mean, it's my vlog, so I should be able to put whatever I want on it. And it's not, I don't monetize or advertise or any of that stuff, so I don't make any money off YouTube. So it's, I don't know, but this was just the icing on the cake, because this morning, well, first off, Friday morning, Brian went to look at something outside. It was early in the morning, and he noticed he has one of those toolboxes that like goes in the bed of your truck, and the lid was up. And he's like, oh great, somebody broke wheel, and I don't know where I was just getting ready to go. Well, anyway, somebody broke into the toolbox on his truck. It must have been somebody, we're thinking maybe they were on foot, because they just pretty much grabbed what they could carry. So they didn't get anything that was hugely expensive. They got his staple gun, and the thing that bothered him the most was he had this like bag, tool bag, that he would carry with him like for portability, and it had some things in it that had some sentimental value to him. There was a wrench that was his uncle's, and it even had like his uncle had like welded a special little thing on it. And so we did file a police report, and they said, well, that's really descriptive, so they have that to where, you know, because he said they have caught people from the stuff they stole. We don't expect we're gonna see anything back, but there were some things like that were Brian's dad's that meant something to him, like little boxes that had just like screws and nails and stuff that Larry had collected over the years, and you know, just like some of the things that were his dad's that just had sentimental value. So not really, he thinks they probably took around $300 worth of stuff, which isn't a small amount, but it's also, you know, they didn't get some of the more expensive tools and stuff. So his truck got broke into. So Friday morning we had the police out at the house and stuff. And then I didn't see them, they were outside. But then this morning I had an email from Discover Card, which is that's probably the credit card I've had the longest. But anyway, somebody tried, I don't know how somebody got the number or whatever, but Discover sent me an email saying, is this you? Because it was a purchase that was out of character. And so I called them and I said, no, that's not me. And they had sent the email where they're like, click here, but I don't normally do that because there's just too many scam emails and stuff. So I called them, and it was like there was that one, and then there was a couple of other pending things that hadn't gone through yet. And I was like, no, that's not me. So we had to cancel the card and do the whole fraud thing and everything. And so they're just not going to let those things post. They said they were coming through Apple. But so, you know, that wasn't a huge deal. I love Discover. They have really good customer service. It's out of Delaware, at least the place that I called. All their call centers are in the United States. So, I mean, it's not like the hugest thing ever. It's just a pain, because I had a couple of different recurring charges I was using that card for, so I have to get those fixed and stuff. But I actually already fixed, like Netflix, that kind of thing, and I actually already updated it to just a different thing. It's just the whole idea. Thieves, they're just, I don't know. Brian says, here's what Brian thinks you could get a few chances if you're a thief, because, you know, some people are just young and dumb, you know, shoplifters, whatever. He's like, so you cut off a finger and then, you know, your second offense. Brian would have them go down to where they wouldn't have arms eventually. Can't steal with no arms. Mom probably will get it. Brian just goes, you know, he's always like, he goes to the extreme. But he's right. I mean, if you did stuff like that, maybe it would be a deterrent. I don't know. But it seems like just in our city, I follow a community page, and there'll be people that'll post like their Ring camera or whatever and say, well, be on the lookout. This guy's out here testing door handles. You know, they'll have somebody and they'll see him like testing car door handles and stuff just to see if they're unlocked. And stuff like that. So it's just like car theft is going up, and it's always been there, but it's just annoying. And then, you know, I've been trying to stay all happy and all that, and then to come out, here, and then just the people be so rude. It's just so annoying, man. But it is what it is, you know. Maybe they have something going on. It's like I was saying, yesterday? You never know what somebody has going on in their life. So I'm not going to let them ruin my day. So I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. I don't know if I want to work on that wreath. I might do that tomorrow. But the whole reason I came out to this Walmart, I think I started to say that, was because for the Sea-Doo, we need a different size ball on the hitch on Brian's truck. He needs a 2-inch ball, and I forget what size his is. And so he knew this Walmart that I just went to is kind of in a more rural area, and so they have a lot of bigger selection than our Walmart does. And so he was like, can you check? Because he checked ours, and I think they sell them, but they were out. And so they had it. So, I mean, the whole reason I came out here, I was able to get. And then I also got that Kerrygold butter I told you I really, really like. In the tub, it's kind of hard, which all butter in a tub is hard, I think, you know. And so when I've been using it on my English muffin, I've been just taking, you know, a little bit out of the container and just sticking it in the microwave for a few seconds, like 7 seconds to soften it up. Well, I bought a couple of sticks. It just comes in 2 sticks, at least here, because I'm gonna, I got the salted butter, so then I can just leave it in a butter holder on the counter, because I really like that butter. So, and then milk and creamer and some other grocery things. I did get those pajamas, so that I really, really liked. So I'm just gonna keep going home and talk to you guys again soon. Hey guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the vlog up for the week. If I do anything interesting, then I'll just start it early like I did this week. I actually vlogged Sunday, which I don't normally do. And so if I work on that wreath or anything, but anyway, I'm just gonna chill out, maybe play some video games, knit on a scarf. So, and plus I don't know how long this is, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the week. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye.